Marcus Ealy coming to you live from Iowa. It's really white here, and I'm not just talking about the snow. But I'm at the Elizabeth Warren event, um, and we're gonna go talk to some of the people and see how they're feeling post debate. This is the first event she's had since the debate, so we're gonna figure out and try to gauge where folks are at in regards to what happened and how it played to her supporters. What we saw at the debate was the huge kerfuffle between Bernie and Warren, and then all this long, dragged out drama that's happened since then. I was kind of wondering what your take is on that. Is it even anything worth paying attention to, or?
Um, I think that whatever their differences, this is largely a media created story to try and distract from the real issues here. And I'm sure that whichever candidate comes out on top, they'll each support each other in the long run in the race to beat Trump. Yeah.
I mean, because one thing's for sure, Bernie at is the front runner right now, and Warren's still back and I think tied for third in New Hampshire, according to the latest Emerson polls that just came out. Um, so the media created event, and I definitely 100% agree with you that this is a media created event. Maybe a little bit of the Warren campaign kind of putting that out there because there are all of the sources that put that out there that weren't in the room were of the Warren campaign. Um, so that lady dropped her glove, and I want to tell her, and it's distracting me. And now she's picking it up. Okay, but I wanna kind of ask you. Do you think that any of that moved you at all in any way, shape, or form, or do you think it's going to move people that are less informed than yourself?
It's not something I really focused on in the debate. It could influence people who are swayed by like personality when it comes to the issues. I think those are more of the standout reasons to vote for someone, but someone might see that interaction and perceive it negatively and be less inclined to vote for those candidates that might have tried to cause a little scandal.
I would just really like to see her come out and come out against some of these allegations that I believe that her staff has orchestrated. To be honest, but like I said, she's like her and Bernie, number one and two, are floating up there for me. So I would like to give her the benefit of the doubt. As a woman who experiences sexism every day, like all women, I want her to acknowledge that there's probably a miscommunication, as with most fights, whether it's with your boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, your mom. There's always like a sentence that isn't understood by both people. It's understood differently by both people. And like a lot of people have said, it's probably not that one person's wrong, one person's right. It's that one person was in the mindset to understand a sentence differently than the other person who was in a different mindset. So I would like to see Senator Warren make that correction publicly so that we can put this issue to rest.
All right. So kind of looking forward here. Elizabeth Warren hasn't really moved in the polls since then. Neither has Bernie. Bernie's still, well, actually, he moved up +2 in New Hampshire. He's first, and she's third in the latest Emerson polling, tied for third with Buttigieg in New Hampshire. And the polls for Iowa are coming out probably tomorrow, if not over the weekend. Um, so looking forward, what do you think we'll see coming from the Warren campaign? Because she seems to be running away from this whole issue.
Yeah, it seems to me that the Warren campaign definitely wanted this to result in a positive boost for her in the polls. It seems to be doing the opposite from what I've seen. Um, Even CNN themselves are reluctant to admit, but they've been showing polls on TV that show Bernie going up, Warren going down. And it's unfortunate that that's how it happened. I feel like it's more likely that it's a couple people who have the ear of Warren, who are around her, who are making this decision for her, Specifically just people talking about in her campaign that I've spoken to seem to be saying when they're knocking doors. It's both men and women who are saying they're scared of a woman being president, or they don't think that a woman can be, um, and that I think has scared her staff so much that they needed to make it a more public issue, and this wasn't the right way to do it. In my opinion, there are other ways to do it than divide the progressive pool of people who are like me, right on the edge.
And let's be honest, neither one of them is winning without the other's delegates, because if it goes to a contested convention, which is likely to happen, neither one of the two is going to get a lot of super delegates. So this whole thing just clears the way for Joe Biden.
Yeah, I think Joe's sleeping well and peacefully.
Would that be why you mentioned the Politico article in your question?
Absolutely, yeah. When I was trying to do my own research, and I was like looking online, is there any like history of Biden ever saying anything about her being a VP? And then I found that article, and where he very clearly states his reasons why, and it's what makes a lot of people in this cycle worried that is maybe, I don't want to say that it was being set up to be that way as like a fallback. I would prefer to think that it was a few ambitious staffers who made the decision to leak to CNN the night before the debate. But like I said, trying to give the benefit of the doubt, and I really hope Senator Warren comes through with a peace treaty.
All right. What did you make of the whole incident between her and Bernie Sanders in that room?
I'm sad to see it anytime because I think Democrats need to unite. So I don't know. I have a hard time with Bernie anyway because he's not a real Democrat. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still questioning what that was all about. And I think she was telling the truth.
So what makes
A liar? I think it was him.
so what makes somebody's lying basically, because they both got two different sides of the story. But what specifically about Bernie makes you think that he's not a real Democrat?
Well, I think that I would have been happier with him had he done a better job of endorsing Hillary last time.
But he did 40 events for her.
He did events, but I think he never really looked in the camera and said to his followers, okay, you guys know this is reality. I'm not going to win, but we can't let that other guy win. You've got to go out and vote. And instead, I think a lot of them just plain didn't vote.
And twice as many Bernie people voted for Hillary as Hillary people voted for Obama in 08. Meaning the Bernie people showed up and coalesced more than Hillary people did for Obama in 08.
Okay, I don't know that statistic, so I'm going to listen to you and believe you. So.
You just watched Status Coup's In the Field coverage with me, live on the ground from Iowa. We can't do this without your support, so make sure to like, share, subscribe, and become a member at statuscoup.com.